Hello and welcome back. I'm so glad to see you here. More than you actually know, actually. Anyway, so I have some good news for me and you. I guess it would be good news for you. So I meditated last night. Actually, I did a video and I went to upload it. And at the very last moment, I was like, no, I don't like it, as always. And I wasn't going to do it, upload it. And then instead I meditated. I don't remember if it was during or after or before meditation. I literally screamed in my head, please come and visit me and have me, or let me remember. And I think I said it more than once, actually, because as you know, I have been stressed over the lack of visitations I've been getting from my Starfamily. So I went to bed, and you know my routine. I did color by numbers. I cannot remember. I think I was just barely tired. And I put my phone down and I closed my eyes, and I can almost just bet they put me to sleep, because I was like, I'm just going to try to go to sleep, to going immediately asleep. And I do not think I was asleep long. I need to start looking at my phone just to be time stamping things. But like I've said in my other videos, sometimes I'm scared to move because I don't want them to leave. And in the past they would. But I didn't get up last night for a reason, in which I'll tell you in just a second. I don't think I was asleep long. And I guess my body became aware of what felt like a weighted blanket from like my knees down. So I opened my eyes out of excitement. It's like boing. And I'm looking around. My eyes are just darting around. And I'm seeing energy. I won't say TV static anymore. But I was seeing energy, and I'm trying to focus on this one spot. I saw a very short being with an almond eye. And something tells me it's my guide. I have named him Bob. I doubt that's his real name, but I've called him Bob. And he is the little being that in the beginning of my awakening time, I was asleep and I woke up to a poof of air hitting the side of the bed. And when I opened my eyes, I gasped because it scared me, because it was a hard poof against the bed. And opened my eyes, and there was this little being about 4 foot, maybe not even that tall. And he vigorously waved at me and smiled really big, and then out the wall again. And I saw his feet, come off the ground and out. And that is my Bob. He is the most happy, loving being. Every time I talk about him, I feel him, and it's pretty cool. I could feel him right now. He's so happy and joyful and loving. But I think that's who was in my room last night. I'm not 100% sure. I've got tingles, so it could be. I got goosebumps. But when I kind of was trying to see any energy in the room, it looked like he was looking down, and then he looked up in a blink. And that's when I saw the eye do that. And then it looked like he was walking around to the side of my bed, the side I was facing. And that's when I was becoming aware of something was working on my right shoulder blade. And it's not the one that I have to have surgery on. It was the one I did have surgery on. I kind of was like, okay, I'll check that out in a second. Them working on me. And I held out my hand, stretched out on the other side of the bed. I didn't want to move because I knew they were working on me. And it looked like more than one energy being kind of came up on the bed, but I'm not sure. But then I saw like lights, like really bright orbs kind of flowing around on my bed, and then a white spark. And I was sitting there thinking, whoa. And I think that distracted me where I couldn't feel them grab my hand. Maybe they did, I'm not sure. But then there could be other energy beings. And I'm saying energy beings for those that don't know. I used to see them in TV static. I would see their form, but come to find out it's energy. instead of TV static. But I saw what looked like a lot of it moving. Sometimes it circulates in my room. So I wasn't sure if it was other beings or just that energy going around along with the beings in my room. And then when it looked like he left, I started focusing on my back. And I'm kind of really slightly moving a little bit, trying to get a feel of what's going on. And I felt pressure from maybe like the top of my shoulders, maybe down. And it was like they had something propped up against me, firmly pressing inward. I was able to move, and then it felt like doing this in my shoulder blade, and then like I'm moving around, and then like tapping and all kinds of stuff, and vibrations also. But I kind of slightly rolled over and looked behind me. I didn't see anything. They continued working, and I remember thinking in my head, I'm not moving anymore because I don't want them to leave. And I remember in my head saying, please don't go. Please don't go. I didn't want them to go. I want to say they ceased for a little bit, and I went to sleep. I think they put me to sleep because I woke up again and they started again. Also, they were doing something with my legs from the knees down. I felt them like, and this is so hard to describe. It was like their hands, but of energy. And it was like that energy was going through my leg, through my calves and my shins and everything. And they were doing something to my legs from my knees down. And what they were doing, I don't know. But I felt the energy. It was like energy, a feeling of, it wasn't like a vibration. It's really hard to explain, but you could feel it going through my legs. And I'm just sitting there so overjoyed that they were there and that I was experiencing this again. And then I was giving my love and gratitude to them. Thank you for finally coming because I've missed you so bad. And that was why I didn't sit up in bed and try to interact with them, because I knew they were working on me and I didn't want to interrupt that. And a part of me, when I experience these, feel that I'm actually on a ship with them working on me. I feel that because why would they bring the machines down, if it's even machines, from the ship down to me? I think that maybe they're masquerading my eyes, so to speak, if that's the right term, of being in my room. That what I'm seeing is all in my room instead of on the ship. That's just a feeling I have, because they can do that. I'm so excited because I was really getting down. I was really getting low. And in my meditation, though, I was trying to connect with my soulmate. And I keep using the term soulmate because I don't know what else to call him. We've been together for eons and eons. And as far as I know, Ezekiel is his name. And that name came to me like my name did, Elora. I feel like it was channeled to me. And I've seen some images, but I don't know if I put them there or not. It's very hard for me to imagine things in my head. Kind of. The more time goes from my awakening, the better I get at it. I don't know if I put those images there from my meditation or if they actually happen. I tried to envision both he and I in a field, and you do this in hypnosis or other meditations, that you imagine being in a place and another being in an opposite direction or near you or whatever, and you're walking to them, and as you get closer and closer, they become more noticeable. Well, and that's what I did. I kind of got an image of him, although it was a little hazy. I couldn't make a lot out, but we ran toward each other. If that was an accurate thing I was going through, I don't know. I try when I meditate to often try to find him, or I will hover over Earth, way up in the atmosphere, way up almost where the stars are, and I'll float above Earth or to the side of it, kind of like kind of north but diagonal, like northeast or northwest, whatever. And I'll sit up there and either sit there in silence up there and do my own thing, or I will sit up there and just imagine flowing white light from me around Earth the whole time I'm meditating, which is hard because my mind does wander, and so I have to like restart. And then when it wanders again, it stops, and I have to restart. There have been times where I was above Earth meditating and UFOs came to me, and they came in all directions, and I was like, oh, this must be a gathering. And these UFOs were, I think, all discs, but of different shapes. Not a triangle, though. Some were just like really flat looking. Some had the dome on top. Some had weird designs around the edges. It was pretty cool. The bird nest is still up there. In the video I was going to do last night that I didn't do, I was talking about how I got off my last video talking about the bird's nest, and how when I was uploading that video, this man was walking around looking at it, and I'm like, oh, that's them. They're gonna take it down, but they didn't. So it's still up there, in which I'm glad. I'm so much of an animal lover, and some people would call me crazy of how I feel like I need to protect them and love them, but it's a part of who I am. I have no shame in that whatsoever. It's still going well at my new job position. Today, finally, I was really catching on. I was like really happy with myself. So I'm glad for that. That is for sure. It's a lot of information, although it's repetitive, which I learned quickly at. It's still difficult because there's so many different things, and I'm not going to say what they are because it would probably give away where I work, and I can't do that. So I had to get on here really quick and tell you about my visit because I was so excited, so very excited. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to end this here, and I'm sending you each love, light, and peace. Bye.